Hey everyone, welcome to Third Eye and Truth. This is a space for clarity, intuition, and grounded truth, where we slow down enough to hear what's real beneath the noise. On today's episode, I'm going to be talking about love without attachment. There comes a point in growth where love begins to feel different, quieter, clearer, and less urgent. And for many people, this shift is confusing because they were taught that love is supposed to hurt, cling, or cost them themselves. Today, I want to talk about what it means to love without attachment and why this is one of the most powerful, grounded forms of love there is. What attachment really is, it isn't love, it's fear wearing love's clothing. Attachment says, I need you to stay so I can feel safe. If you leave, I lose something about myself. I'll shrink, bend, or wait to keep you close. Attachment is rooted in survival, not connection. And most of us learned it early, long before we learned how to love ourselves. Love without attachment is calm. It doesn't grasp and it doesn't demand. It sounds like I care about you and I also trust myself. I can love you without controlling outcomes. I don't need to abandon myself to stay connected. This kind of love is steady, not anxious. In romantic love, you stop chasing clarity. You stop over explaining. You allow someone to show you who they are without trying to manage their behavior. You're present, but not attached to potential. Friendships, you stop forcing closeness. You notice who meets you where you are and who doesn't. You allow distance without resentment. Family, you release the need to be understood. You stop trying to heal people who resist healing. You love them as they are without sacrificing your peace. When attachment loosens, something powerful happens. You stop reacting, you stop personalizing, and you stop proving. You respond from choice instead of fear. Love confirmed by consistency feels very different than love chased through effort. Because attachment feels familiar, it feels like intensity and it feels like care. But intensity isn't intimacy. When attachment falls away, silence doesn't scare you, distance doesn't threaten you, change doesn't destabilize you. Peace replaces urgency. Love without attachment doesn't mean you don't feel deeply, or you don't care, or you don't connect. It means you don't lose yourself in the process. You let love flow without gripping it. How this shows up in your everyday life, you say no without guilt. You allow others to choose themselves. You choose yourself without an explanation. And you trust that what's aligned will stay, and what's not won't break you when it leaves. So sit with this. Where am I loving from fear instead of trust? Who am I attached to outcomes with? What would love feel like if I didn't abandon myself? And what would change if I trusted my own stability? Let your answers be soft. If you're learning to love without attachment, you're not becoming cold. You're becoming secure. You're not closing your heart, you're anchoring it. This kind of love doesn't need to be loud. It doesn't need to be proven. And it doesn't need to be chased. Love without attachment is true freedom. Freedom to feel, freedom to choose, freedom to stay open without losing yourself. You can love deeply and still walk away. You can care carefully and still choose peace. You can connect without clinging. That's not detachment, that's self-respect. And when you love from that place, what's meant for you won't feel fragile. It will feel steady, it will feel safe, and it will feel real. Thanks for listening, and I'll catch you next time.